Good morning, everybody. It's Adelaide, 35 degrees, and we're off to Bunnings. This is the first time that we're actually going. We have going to put the floor in, and we are also going to do the back, try and get the carpeting in, a little bit of sound deadening as well with a couple of panels. Few things that I've ordered at the moment, so we're still waiting for them to be delivered. Sound barrier will still be coming as well, but I want to get some wood, and I also want to get little bits and pieces. I've done pretty well so far in the sense of accumulating things, but one of the biggest problems that we've got at the moment is space. So it's a little van, and we've already had to redesign everything a couple of times, so I'm hoping that we will be able to get everything up and running. We thought one of the biggest things that we've got is a 70-litre fridge, but it's a esky type of size, which is pretty high, and if we put it at the back, that raises the bed even higher. We're still waiting for trying to find skylights for the area, so everything it's just taking a bit of time, but we're actually in no rush. We want to do this properly and get this little van up and running. As previous videos, we've got the Bluetti, so we've got plenty of power, and the induction cooktop that we've played around with. Now it's just to find space to put everything. So here we go, Bunnings. The other thing about this van, brand new, there's no rattles, so it's pretty quiet. We're going to put also a type of moisture barrier at the bottom that will also be for sound, and then the wood on top, and then we're going to start building. Then I'll probably put flooring, other type of flooring in. So basically the floor and the back doors, and then what we'll do is everything that we've got, we're going to configure and see what we can actually do with where we're going to put this fridge. If all else fails, then we're going to have to maybe sell the fridge and buy an upright. But the problem is that if we buy an upright, we've got this small, like 5 to 3 litre freezer, and what we do want to do is food and water is the most important for us. So if we've got power, we then have food and water, then we can be off grid for most of the time. So it's all it's like Tetris. We've now got to sit there and try and work out how everything is, what we're going to do, and there's been a few problems that we've encountered with the 2023 barn doors. At the back, I wanted to put an insert inside the door, but there's so much electronics and mechanical equipment in there that I can't, that's not going to happen. I haven't stripped the side doors at the moment, so we'll actually see what's going to happen there. And yeah, we don't want to use a lot of carpeting. We would still like to use a bit of wood, but it's still a toss-up between building with an aluminium frame and then just wooden it with put wood all the way around it, or we're just going to have to see. Once the floor is in, then we can determine where we're going to put the fridge. If, as I said, all else fails, we'll sell the fridge and we'll buy an upright, and we'll just have to sacrifice the small amount of freezer space. But yeah, here's hoping. So as soon as I get home, I'm going to do the carpet, do the flooring with cardboard, and then what I can do is transfer that onto the wood. I want to use 3 pieces, so automatically the price of the wood is going to go up a little bit more, because I've got bolts where the eyelets were for lashing. I want to use that to keep the floor down as well. So there is 6 bolts. So I basically only want to use minimum screws into the actual wood. Minimum screws into the floor. As I said, brand new. I'm a little petrified of cutting holes into it. So I've got a couple of quotes that's still supposed to be coming in. As I said, if this was an old van, I'd probably be quite happy to cut it and do it myself. But come on, it hasn't even got 300 k's on the clock, so putting big holes in it is a little bit of a problem for me. Anyway, coming up to Bunnings, let me go and get some wood. If nobody knows what Bunnings is, that's overseas. It's a massive franchise for building, inside, outside, you name it, it's got everything in there. So yep, it's just right here. So it's only a quick trip down the road, thank goodness. We don't actually have to go that far. I'm going to park downstairs. There's a few things that I want to actually buy first of all. Then I will drive around and pick up the wood. I've even got old sheets and things like that, because it's I don't even want to scratch the paint regardless of what this is going to be. So nice and neat. Take it slowly, and yeah, just gonna have fun building it. So catch you on the flip side. Right, so I'm back from Bunnings. I have offloaded all the wood, but first of all I want to put 4-way stretch all the way around, so when it comes down towards the floor, then the floor goes on top of it. Well, the boards will then go over it. So rather do that first, and then step by step. So I'm going to do the back doors and try and do the back doors today. I've already just put a bit of wood paper around just to protect the window. I've wiped it down with spirits, let that dry. So what I'm going to do, I think I might just show you. Bear with me. So I want to put it all the way down here, all the way around, through here by the window, tuck it into the window, and then I'm going to put a board over here, just a very 3mm ply, and then screw that in, and see that will also be covered. So this will also be used as sound deadening, but I don't want to use wood on here. A little bit wary about that, especially because there's so much electronics. So I do want, if there was ever a problem, that it can be easily removed and replaced and sorted out. So that's that one, and then this one is going to be exactly the same. These are windscreen wipers. I've taken the cover off, but I will also probably coat them as well, so that it all just blends into one. I'm not going to show you how to do it because I don't know myself. So, but I'll show you the after effect, and I can tell you step by step how I did it. But yeah, I don't want to edit all of my mistakes. But let's figure it out, and I'll tell you all about it.
Like I woke up in a ditch, like I was run over by a train. I've been looking for ways to get on, but I've been hungry for days, thinking, is this what I deserve? God, I really don't know, but I keep looking for ways to get on. Look what my struggles pay. Praying for the rain to stop, praying for a fairy, you know. I've been looking for ways seen. Now the tables have turned for the better, not worse, and my hunger is no longer clouding up my mind. Now the tables have turned, I'm no longer the worst, and my hunger is no longer.
Here's the finished product. Still a couple of things that I've got to do. I've got to still trim around. I'm trying to find an edging or something to actually make it look nice. I've put a bit of wood on there because I'm going to be putting little panels on there so you could put your magazines or a map or something on there. I've also at the moment cut out from cardboard and have put in wood. At the moment it's still loose, so it's only there to fix at the moment. And on the other side I've also done, so this is will come out, this is two separate parts, and then we've got the doors. As I say, I still haven't actually finished the trim. I am really looking for something that I can actually add to it so it makes it look even nicer. The doors, they're almost done. I've then still got to do this little bit over here, so it goes in here. I'm going to put maybe a window and a window over there, and I'm going to work my way around. I've already removed some of the paneling. This actually still has to come off. It's too small at the moment for a skylight at the top, but I'll remove the next part of the panel and see if that can be put in. But it's pointless. We would like the skylight over here while we're actually sleeping, but I'm not actually wanting to move any of these structures. So slowly but surely getting together. That time I'm back at work again today, so that's I'm working the weekends again, so I've got like 2 or 3 hours to actually do it. Then I'm teaching tomorrow, so big class for tomorrow. So yeah, it's the start of it. It will look very nice once it's actually finished, and we'll take it from there. But as I said, slowly. The fridge we're going to put over there now, and then I'm going to put it out on a pull-out cupboard. Here is going to be hopefully my Bluetti, so that's 5.1 kilowatts of power. I have the cables down, roof rack with a 200 watts panel on it, so I can use the foldable ones as well, and the one on the roof just to trickle charge. That's the plan at the moment, but we'll see. One thing that I'm really disappointed with Toyota is that their painting is absolutely terrible when it comes to the inside of the van. That's just wood that's been scratched, so I will also tap and touch that up as well. But next Tuesday I've got something else going on. Following week Tuesday I've got something else going on. So it's unfortunately just going to be a slow process for those that are interested in wanting to see how the van build goes on. The wood, I must admit, really nice. I will obviously the beauty about this, there's a couple of bolt downs from for the tie straps that was already built into the van for Toyota. So there's 2 on the right on the front. I'm going to drill holes and countersink them, and then put the bolts in there. There's 2 bolts over here, 2 bolts over here. That will make it pretty sturdy, and then also with a barrier underneath it, and that should be pretty steady. Then I'm going to silicone just a part of the area. Also where I've actually cut it, I'm going to touch it up with black paint or paint. And I'm also going to recut this piece over here. I did it in too much of a rush, but everything else is absolutely perfect. You notice on the door over there I've extended it so that it can have the other cupboards put into it. If I take you around, you can actually have a look. talking about. So here it's already ready, and put some another support underneath here. I've got a few ideas for this over here. Kitchen sink and tap, and I've still got to cut that little hole out for inspection. So slowly but surely it's getting there. I got to see how far this actually goes. So for the curtains and blackout and everything, I'm hoping there's going to be one around here, but I doubt it. So everything is just slowly but surely being built. Obviously the doors and everything else will come through. These parts over here are also going to be carpeted, just because you can't, they look so terrible if you actually put the wood all the way up there and it's not stopping. But I'll leave that at the moment and see if there's what else I can actually do with it. As I said, it's a 2023 model, and I don't really want to put as many holes as if it was an older model, but I might just have to. The other thing that I did do was I put some window rain protectors on, so that we can at least use the window while we're driving, or when we pull over, that there's a bit of airflow into it, so you wouldn't even be able to see that the window is open, and so that would give more airflow. A couple of Sirocco fans are going to be put in here, so it's getting there. But unlike the other YouTube videos, I've got no experience in doing this, so it's just slowly but surely coming into place. And then hopefully I can do a little bit and show you, and if there's any questions, you're more than welcome to actually ask, and I'll be quite happy to tell you what I did. But as I said, with the floor, I put cardboard on, and then I traced all over it, and exactly where I wanted it, laid the cardboard out on the floor, put the panels on there, traced around it. So yeah, this is it so far. So wish me luck, but please feel free to ask any questions if you would like to know what else is happening.